I'm Brandon Savage. I'm a personal trainer from Tamworth. I started off within the gym group, which is obviously a branch of gyms, and I was in the Tamworth branch. Then I've moved into my own little place. So yeah, level 3 personal trainer who started about 3 years ago. I think I started in about 2019, and March 2019 or something like that. And now I've just progressed to where I am now. So, like I said before, I really fell into it, and I think I never had an ambition to come into the industry. I think it sort of just dragged me in a sense. It really drew me in, and I started off in college doing a level 2 fitness instructor course. And then after the first year of doing level 2 fitness instructor, I moved on to level 3 PT. And I'd done that for about a year, possibly a little bit more. And I worked in a warehouse at the time whilst trying to make ends meet with college and whatnot. And after sort of finishing the job I was in, after not really enjoying it, I just thought, you know what, I'll just go for it. And I went into the PT industry and the fitness industry, and it was probably the best thing I've ever done. So the start of it was, obviously, as I mentioned, I finished that job that I was in, wasn't happy, started off into the fitness industry. And I actually, when I was in college, I'd done a work placement of work experience that you had to do for your course at the gym. So I thought, why not? I'll just contact the gym, message them on Facebook actually, which is really professional. Message them on Facebook and just said, have you got any vacancies? And literally within 30 minutes, they messaged me back and said, you know, Brand, come down tomorrow. We've got an interview for you. Took the interview with 2 previous managers that I used to work with, great guys. And yeah, they just instantly after I did the interview, I went home, got a message saying I got the job, and it's great, and I was off over the moon. So started off the job, worked at the gym, and then obviously ended up in the unit after 3 years of work, two and a half years of working there. So the transition, obviously with being 21, I felt like I wasn't grown up enough, and I can't explain. So moving from the gym, it was comfy. Everything was comfy. There was kit there. If the kit breaks, it's not on me. They pay for it. I worked my hours. I had to work for rent, so I never paid rent. So I worked 12 hours for the gym, clean the gym, look after the gym, and then I can PT when and as I please outside of the shift hours. And it was really comfy. And then in the last month or two, after getting a big client base and the income that was coming in was getting higher and higher and higher, so I was at a dead end at the gym, and I thought, being in that comfy position, again, without being cringy, with no risk, there's no reward, and you've got to take the bullet sometimes and just bite it. And I went to paying rent at the gym for 2 months, and then I found this unit and found out that the rent, without getting into it, wasn't actually that high, and it was very close to what the gym's rent was. And I thought, why be in a commercial gym when I've already got a client base that I can take into a private studio? I just did it, just bit the bullet, and now being in this studio is great. I wouldn't turn back. It gets a bit sometimes without having people there, but with clients, when you book them back after back, it's fine. So with the transition, it's been perfect. I wouldn't go back, no way. It's been great. Question. So future goals, expansion really. I wouldn't like to own a gym. I don't hate the idea of it. Obviously I own a private studio, but I wouldn't like to own a gym. I enjoy that one-to-one aspect too much, and I enjoy seeing someone go from point A to point B within a certain, whatever time frame it is. It's so rewarding. And going into a gym, I feel like I might lose that one-to-one aspect, because you just become members, whereas I have clients and they're my friends and they're my family and it's like a little family. So I think my next goal is expansion in terms of a bigger unit, a bigger place, eventually having a gym that's a private gym for one-to-one PT. So loads of resistance machines. I've got everything I need here, but you can always have more. There's always room for more. So next goal I'd say is just expansion, and try and, again, I suppose, as I said before, get my social media sorted and get some more stuff out there. But other than that, just expansion. Yeah. I think it depends on how you look at it, because it depends on the type of person that you are. You could be a person that when you've got a problem that you can't handle, not that you can handle, but you literally can't do anything about it. It's something that's out of your control. You might be a person that stresses about it. You might not be a person that does that. So if I've got an issue that comes to me that's out of my control, I'll just leave it. It is what it is and you can't do nothing about it. But if I have had issues, the only thing I'd probably ever say is financially. I think starting out, from going from the job I was in to work and not saving up, going out, I was 18, 19, I was out partying all the time, all in town, and I didn't really save, and that was the problem. And then transitioning to self-employment, luckily being at the gym, I never owed anything for 12 hours of my life. But then if you've got your own personal assets, like your car and you've got your phone bill and stuff like that, it could be a problem. But after hard work and doing a lot of unpaid hours and just being in the gym and showing my face, the only problem financially was I fixed it. I was there and I put the effort in. And if you put the effort in within the fitness industry, and as long as you can make sure that you're there, you do the unpaid hours, people see your face, they see your PT in, you'll make a killing. They come to you rather than you go looking for them. And that's the only issue that I've probably ever faced. Good question. So I think for characteristics, I think, and your personality is huge. You've got to be a people person, not a purple person. You've got to be a people person, and you've got to be able to make people laugh, and you've got to be able to connect with someone. Because personally, when I first started the job, I wasn't that confident. But after meeting almost probably in the hundreds of people now that I've trained and met, and definitely in the thousands of people that I've met at the gym through members, you grow to be that people person. Now, you don't have to be a people person starting out. You grow just as much as your clients grow. But I think you've got to be able to make people laugh, make people feel comfortable, and trust. You've got to be a trustworthy person. You're putting somebody's health and fitness into your hands, and it's not something to take lightly. And it might sound like I'm being over exaggerating, but it's serious. If you're not sure on an issue, somebody comes to you with back pain or something like that, and you know you can't deal with it, don't take it up. And you've got to be a trustworthy person. You've just got to be confident. You've got to, again, trustworthy for other people to trust you, but trust yourself. There's been so many times where I haven't trusted what I've been doing. I think, okay, they haven't made progress. Am I being right? Is everything I'm doing right? It worked for this person, but it didn't work for that person. If it's worked for someone 90% of the time, it's going to work for someone else, but there's always that little chance that it doesn't. Trust yourself, trust other people, and just be friendly. Your knowledge is important, but in terms of people approaching you and making a client base, you've just got to be a nice person. Just get on with people. Yeah, so in terms of qualifications, you need a level 2 fitness instructor, you need a level 3 personal trainer, and most of the time you need a first aid qualification. The level of that I'm not too sure, but you can just get any first aid at work qualification that will qualify you to go work in a gym by yourself. Then in terms of other qualifications, they're not necessary. You could get a sports massage qualification, you could become a lower back specialist, you could have a doctor's referral qualification, you could have a strength and conditioning qualification. Other than your level 2 fitness instructor and your level 3 PT and first aid, you don't need anything else. But you could also delve into other courses to improve your ability in your service. And again, 5 years ago, I think I was in college still. And the advice I'd give myself is just focus, just don't be an idiot. Because in college, I would focus, but I would also I was a kid, I was 17, 18, I loved to have a laugh and I loved to sit with the lads and go and play football. We used to moan when we have to do theory and stuff like that. But 5 years ago, and I think regardless of the fitness industry, I think talking to a 17-year-old man or woman, I think just don't stop stressing, just in a sense, sometimes you've got to let life just take it with you. And the more you worry about things, the more stressed you become, and then the more depressed you can become, the more upset you can become, and the more anxious you become. And in today's society with social media, it's huge. So I think the advice I give myself is just calm down. Take it dead slow. You're 17, and just relax, and don't worry about if something's going to be okay or it's not going to be okay. There's some things that you definitely need to worry about, and there's some things you just need to just let it happen and just let life take you on its little weird journey that it is, and you'll be fine.